Other than mentioning the significance of the little green box that he used on a number of tracks, Richards does not provide us with a great deal of information regarding the recording of the next 9 songs on Some Girls. However, it is clear that he continues to believe that Jagger's interests remain the primary focus of that album. On the other hand, he goes into numerous details on Before They Make Me Run. Why do you insist on repeatedly bringing up that song? Nobody enjoys it at all. Wait till it is completely finished, after 5 days of not getting a single wink of sleep. One of my engineers, Dave Jordan, would snooze for a few hours under the desk, and I would replace him with another engineer and continue working. I had 2 engineers working for me, and one of them would sleep like a baby. We were all left with dark circles under our eyes by the time it was over. It just wasn't quite right, and I don't know what made it so tough to achieve. On the other hand, you can find guys who willingly hang out with you. Before They Make Me Run was not, however, an easy song to put together on account of the fact that it was written in open G during sessions that were dominated by songs written in the key of A. In point of fact, it might have made things more intense. As far as I am aware, there is no song that can compare to Before They Make Me Run in terms of sheer longevity, or for vast distances. It was a cry from the heart that I sang on the record that was released by Some Girls. To a greater extent than any other, however, it engulfed the personnel. 5 days passed during which I did not leave the studio where I was working. Keith had a bee in his bonnet about that song, engineer Chris Kimsey recalled, remembering Kevin. All he wanted to do was enter and immediately become utterly engrossed and lost in it, and he succeeded in doing so. After 5 days of working with Keith on the same tune in the studio, I remember seeing Dave Jordan once he was finally able to get in. Upon entering, he appeared to be quite tan and in good health, yet, upon exiting, he appeared to be a tone of white that was more greyish. Once it happened, he was unable to deal with it. He himself acknowledges, "It came out of what I had been going through and was still going through with the Canadians." This is the reason why Richards became so obsessed with getting the song right. It became a focal point for the feelings, fears, and uncertainties that he was experiencing at that particular juncture in his life. I was instructing them on what step to take. It is time for me to get out of this goddamn situation. The phrase "oh, they let him walk" is used to describe the situation when a sentence is lenient. Even while everyone else is dozing off on the ground, you will be standing there with a guitar over your neck. Oh, please, Keith, do not make another attempt like this. Food, including pain au chocolate, was brought in by the people. Nights gradually replaced the days. Still, you can't just walk away from it. Even though you are tasting it, it is not yet in your mouth. It is getting closer and closer. You have not yet consumed it, but it smells delicious. It is similar to fried bacon with onion. At the end of the 4th day, Dave appeared to have been hit in both of his eyes repeatedly, and he had to be removed from the premises. "Dave, we have it, and someone has arranged for him to take a taxi." I fell asleep behind the booth, which was located beneath all of the machinery, and he vanished when we had finally completed our work. The studio was being used by the members of the Paris police band when he awoke, and he was able to flee with his stockpile without being discovered.